Welcome to Real Girl Talk. I am your host, Sherry Ricard. I empower women to stand in their purpose, to succeed despite the odds stacked against them, and to live their life knowing they're enough and worthy. Join me each week for powerful messages and interviews that will inspire you to create the life that you want. Now let's go. Hello there, my friends. It's Sherry Ricard here, and I'm so glad that you're back joining me on podcast Real Girl Talk. Thanks for being here, and a shout out to all my loyal listeners. I appreciate you so much, and all you newcomers, welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Now, today I'm going to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to be talking a little bit about business, how to use social media to gain your business growth and profits. It's really important that you take advantage of social media. As you know, it is the number one marketing tool and advertising tool in the world today that is absolutely free. Yes, you can buy ads, but you can also utilize social media to gain a following, which turns into customers, which turns into profits. And it's really important to start with Facebook and Instagram. Now, today, for specifics, we're going to only talk about Instagram, but you can utilize some of the things that I'm talking about on your Facebook as well. Now, if you have a personal Instagram, I'm going to teach you how to turn your personal Instagram that you already have, so you don't lose any of your followers, straight into your business account, and how to start incorporating your personal account into business. Okay. So the first thing I want you to do is just sit down with a pen and paper, get a cozy spot, cup of coffee, hot tea, Diet Coke, whatever it is. Maybe stay away from the wine so that you're able to, comprehend everything I'm talking about here. So we're going to start by talking about what you're using Instagram for. So this show is strictly about how to use Instagram for your business. Really important. The first step to any of the social media channel is to determine what your goals are. What are your goals by any posting on Facebook? What are your goals by posting on Instagram? I'm going to give you a few examples of goals to accomplish with Instagram for your business account. And like I said, I'm going to teach you how to turn your personal account into your business account in just a few. So the first thing you want to do is you want to be able to show your company structure. So whether you're a personal brand, whether you do a multi-level marketing, or if you just do online, if you have an online business, if you have a brick and mortar, it really doesn't matter what your business is. You could be an author, a coach, a speaker, a blogger. It doesn't matter. You can use your business profile the same exact way that I'm teaching you. So how are you going to show off your culture? How are you going to show off your actual company, your business, your products, or you yourself as a brand? Oftentimes companies that use Instagram as part of brand awareness, and this is a strategy, and it's real important that you follow a few steps so it stays consistent and you gain followers and you don't have people unfollow you because the content that you're posting is not really relevant to your brand or business. So the first thing you want to do is talk about what your company is all about. So maybe in your profile, we'll talk about your profile, but in the profile, you always want to attach a link. There is a spot after you create your business account where you can attach a URL. And that can go back to your blog. It can go back to your website. It can even go back to Amazon if you want it just to go directly to maybe a book that you have on Amazon. So the first thing you want to do whenever you're determining what your goals are is you want to be able to recognize what you're trying to show to your customers. So how are you going to show off your company culture, or are you going to show off your company culture? Number two, do you want to showcase any of your customers? So that's really important. I know when I have someone that posts themselves with one of my books, I always repost that. I think it's really important to show off the customers that buy my books. And that would be important for you as well if you have a product that you're selling. So if you, and you can always link it back to the URL that is in your Instagram profile. So number 3, will your Instagram be part of your lead generation strategy? Now we have to have a lead generation strategy, or what is the purpose? Because your Instagram is to gain followers, which turn into customers or clients, which turn into profits for your business. So, or you're going to have to consider if you're going to have customers interacting with your Instagram, or if it's just going to be just you posting products, or you can do a mix of both. Now, keep in mind when someone is looking at Instagram, it's going to be on their cell phone. Very few people utilize Instagram on their desktop computer. So remember that any kind of lengthy forms that you have on your webpage, you're going to have to shorter that content down and make it short and sweet and to the point if you're utilizing that on Instagram. Okay. Also, number 4, do you want to gain followers and then decide what your strategy you're going for is? You can do that as well, because in 2016, Instagram introduced their Instagram for Business platform with a built-in insights tool, which is wonderful. And I'll tell you about that. Now you're going to be able to see your followers and what post that you're posting is resonating with your best audience. So you're going to get more data on your Instagram account now by switching over to business. And you can also even use some of those third-party applications to measure success of your Instagram campaigns and measure any kind of growth over time and success of particular hashtags that you're using. But you don't have to do that to start. To start, by switching over to a business, you're going to be able to use the insight and the promotional tools right away. So creating an effective Instagram strategy is going to be really, really easy if you utilize some type of tool to plan out your content. Now, what I mean by that is you need to have some type of calendar or mapping tool to plan out any kind of content for the week or maybe even for the month. And that's not always easy. If you can't get on Instagram every single day and do your post, then you need to have some type of app that is automated. You're going to have to generate the post that you want with the text, put it into that app that does that automatic generation every day, and it generates automatically every day. However, if you don't mind getting on Instagram every day and doing a quick post, if you have your content already mapped out, it makes it super easy and you can do it in less than a minute. So I'm going to tell you how to get a free template on mapping out your social media content as well in just a bit later on in the episode. But first, we're going to talk about 9 ways to optimize your Instagram profile and post, because that's really important. The whole purpose of posting is to gain some type of followers, which turned into clients, which turn into profits for your business. That's why you have a business account. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create your business username. Now, my business username is Empowerment is Beauty. If you're following me on Instagram, you're going to put in @EmpowermentIsBeauty. It's going to take you straight to my IG account. But you can also go to the search bar and type in my name, Sherry Ricard, and it's still going to give you an option of Empowerment is Beauty, and you're going to see my profile pic right there. So if you have a personal Instagram account right now and you want to turn it into a business account, it's fine. You just want to be able to change that name, your username, to a business username, and you won't lose any of your followers when I tell you how to just do a switch over from personal to business. So create your business username first. Okay, so not only is it your username, but your handle is a very important piece of your profile. So you want your users to be able to find you very easily. Like I said, they can find me by Empowerment is Beauty or just plugging in my name, Sherry Ricard. Makes it easy. The second thing you want to do in optimizing your Instagram profile and post is you want to make your profile public. You can't have a business Instagram account private. What would be the point in that? But a lot of people have their personal Instagrams private. So remember, if you're just incorporating your private account into a business account, you have to make your personal account, or private account rather, public before you can switch over and make that into a business. Now, this is only if you're not making 2 Instagram accounts. If you want to have a personal account and keep it private and then have a separate business account, that's fine and dandy. I don't see the purpose in that because I'm a personal brand and I just use Empowerment is Beauty, and I post everything on my Instagram is relevant to me and who I am. So number 3, since your goal is going to build an Instagram following, you need to make it very easy as possible for people to find you. Make it super, super easy. So you're going to link your name and your business user account to your Instagram account. Make sure that you add your full business name to the name section in the settings though. That's going to appear right underneath your profile in the search. Okay. Then you're going to add links to your profile. Super important because like I said, in your business profile, you can add your URL, which will go right back to maybe your website, maybe your brick and mortar building. If you have a URL for that, your blog post, if you're in multi-level marketing and you have a link to that, you can put any URL you want in that spot where you're able to do under description section where you can put a link in, if that makes sense. Now, number 6, location. If you don't have a brick and mortar, that's okay. Anytime you're doing a post, you always want to be able to put where you are. When I do a speaking event, when I have a book signing, if I'm going to a workshop or a conference or whatever I'm doing, I always put my location in my post because people want to know where you are. Who is the audience that you're talking to? It's really important that they can relate that photo to a place on earth. So number 7, you want to make sure that your posts are relatable to your content. Now, you're not going to post, I don't know, if you're in the market for selling cosmetics, I don't think that you're really going to post anything about buying recliner chairs, and you're not going to do hashtag recliners. I mean, you follow me? So it has to be relatable. But because if you're a personal brand like I am, I post all kind of cute things in my Instagram stories. However, I'm specifically talking about your Instagram feed. So your Instagram feed needs to be relatable to your content or relatable to you if you are a personal brand. And number 8, this is super important if you didn't listen to anything else that I said. Number 8 is the most important. Don't forget to use filters, tags, links, and hashtags to your photo. Now, what I mean by that is filters. Let's talk about filters first. When you post a pic on Instagram, it's going to give you many filters that you can use for that post. Pick a filter and stick with it. No one wants to see all these different filters on all these different photos on your Instagram. It just looks blurry and confusing, and there's no continuity there. So pick a filter that you like and stick to that filter on all of your posts. Make sure that under that post, you have some relevant hashtags to that post. Now, Instagram is getting really strict on this, and they're only going to allow you 30 hashtags. I would recommend using anywhere from 11 to 30 hashtags. I think 30 is a kind of extreme, really, but you can use 30 if you want. I know some personal brands that use up all 30 hashtags per post, but it is strictly up to you, and you'll be able to go back on those hashtags and see if you have anyone that's really using that hashtag to look at your post anyway. So you can maybe just do a trial and error and test it out. So I use hashtag empowerment is beauty, hashtag women supporting women under a lot of my posts because that's very relatable to my personal brand. And you can even go onto Google I'll give you a trick, and you can put in under the search bar, you could put top trending hashtags for Instagram, and it will give you several of the hashtags that are trending for that day. And you can use that, but I think that's a little time consuming. But hey, you know what? Just test it out, whatever works for you. I just wanted you to know that that is available for you if you want to use it. Now, as far as your picture post, make sure that your images, they don't have to be images from a photographer, by no means. I mean, we can use our iPhones now and get fantastic photos, but you want to make sure that they're clear, they're not pixelated, and the images are not blurry, because nobody wants to see that, and you're not going to generate a following to images that are blurry or pixelated. Okay. So make sure that you have good pics, fun pics, clear pics, and make sure you're using your hashtags. Really important. Now, the last one, number 9, is your call to action. So if you want your followers to take action into a post that you're posting, you have to ask them to do it. I mean, you literally have to call them to follow you for whatever that post is. So maybe you're posting something about a contest and you want a call to action to that particular post in creating a contest. Then you have to ask for it. You have to create the rules for that contest. And I can even tell you how to do that as well. So if you're creating a contest, for instance, make sure that you have a time frame, budget, targets, and benchmarks. Okay? Time frame, budget, targets, and benchmarks. Really important. You want to create an entry method for the contest. You know, how are they going to enter it? Do they have to follow people? Do they have to like? Do they have to use an emoji? You know, what do they have to do to actually enter your contest? Find a hashtag that you want to use throughout the contest, and you could even ask people to repost that. Okay. Define a theme for your contest, whether your theme may be books or candles or makeup or whatever it is. Maybe it's just particular theme and colors. Make sure that you're being consistent with that theme. So you want to be able to outline how your winners are going to be chosen. That's important. Devise a method on how the prize is going to be distributed. Contest rules need to be underneath your post. Very important. And then just promote. And that's the only way you're going to bring people to your contest. I mean, and the hashtags. And you can always use hashtag contest and people actually go under hashtag contest on Instagram to see what contests are going on, and your post can easily show up there if you use that hashtag. Just to give you an example, because things are just a lot different now. In 2016, Instagram introduced this new feature basically that looks like Snapchat. It goes into your Instagram stories, and Instagram stories and Instagram feeds are two different things. Okay. So we talked about the Instagram feed and how it's appropriate to use good photos. They don't have to be photography photos and professional photos. They just need to be clear, not blurry. Make sure you're using your hashtags, know what your goals are. And for the purpose of boosting your brand, you have to have goals, right? So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about Instagram stories, and then I'm going to tell you how to move your private personal Instagram into a business account with a couple of clicks. Instagram stories. All right. This is a fun tool. I freaking love stories because it really, as a personal brand, it shows your audience and your followers who you really are. And if you say you're in the candle making business, you can use the Instagram stories to show the scenes in the background of how to make the candles or what your team is doing in the background. Maybe you're a blogger and you can show yourself, creating your blogs, and it's really a behind the scenes sneak peek for your followers and your audience. And that just builds a like and a trust. And we know that we buy from people that we like, know, and trust, right? So make sure you're getting a little bit personal on your stories and showing some behind the scenes and a little bit of background and just a little bit about your personality versus in your feed when it's just straight photos. if that makes sense. Utilize these stories, and you can actually put hashtags into your stories as well. And I'll tell you another thing. Your goal is to get over 10,000 followers. If you can get over 10,000 followers, Instagram allows you a link button in your stories that you can click a link and you can just swipe up in the stories, which is completely amazing and so cool. I'll give you an example. So if I'm posting my book on my Instagram story, I can post a link that goes directly to Amazon where you can purchase my book in one click. So they can swipe up in my story and it goes straight to Amazon, and all they have to do is put in their cart and purchase it. You can do this for anything. So right now I have my Create Your Life Vision Board workshop that is January 19th in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If you haven't gotten your seat, you better grab it quick. We only have 3 seats left. But I can post my event in my Instagram story and they can swipe up. It takes them directly to the Eventbrite ticket where they can purchase their ticket. So they don't have to go searching. So kind of remember that in the background. Your goal there is 10,000 followers before Instagram gives you that privilege. So you want to be creating really good stories and posts and utilizing your hashtags and building your brand, whether it be a personal brand or a brick and mortar, or, like I said, your network marketing or online marketing, whatever you're doing. You want to be able to build that up to at least 10,000 so you can utilize links inside your Instagram stories. Okay, so I am going to jump over for time's sake and tell you how to transition your personal Instagram into business. So you ready? You got your pen and paper, you're ready to go. It's pretty easy. All right, so the first thing I want you to do, and you could grab your phone even, and we could do this together, and it might make it super easy for you, but go to your Instagram profile. And you're going to look on the top right. There's going to be an icon, which Instagram calls the gear icon. It's on the top right of the screen. And then you're going to scroll down to where it says switch to business. Then you're going to hit continue, and it's going to ask to connect to your Facebook. Now, you don't want to connect to your Facebook personal account. You want to have a business account on your Facebook to connect to. If you don't have one already, you may want to create your Facebook before you do this on Instagram, or you can just skip it and not connect to any business Facebook at all. But by no means do you want to connect your business Instagram account to your personal Facebook. Do not do that. That's a no-no. Or like I said, connect to no Facebook if you don't have a business Facebook page. I have a Facebook business page called Empowerment is Beauty, just like my Instagram. And they connect and they interlink with each other. So if you do have a Facebook page that you want to connect to, go ahead and connect it there and start to create your profile. Boom, that's it. Nothing to it. You're not going to lose any of your followers. It's going to automatically switch from your private personal page, or if it was your public personal page, to a business account. Now remember, you have to make that account public before you can switch it over to a business account. Okay. Now, once it is a business account, you're going to be able to utilize the insights and the promotional tools, which is fabulous, because in the insights, previously, businesses could only access this information and find these analytics about their followers through a third-party app, but you don't have to do that anymore. Now, with the Insights tool as a business account, you're able to see who your followers are and what kind of content performs best with your audience. How cool is that? You also can use the promote tool that they have on Instagram, create a promotion, and once the promotion is finished, you can go back and look and see how well it did. You'll be able to see how many times someone clicked on your profile during that promotion, and you'll be able to see what days they clicked on, what days of the week, and what time of the day, which is super important in order to build a following, because that's going to help you know when is the best time for you to post, what day of the week, and what time during the day. I hope this really, really helped you. I know it's a lot of information and I actually have a ton more, but for time's sake, I'll have to share more on another episode. So if you want to be able to create mapping content, I'm going to give you a free tool. Okay. I'm creating a program it's going to launch in May of 2019, and it's called Purpose to Profits. And in that Purpose to Profits program, I am going to have several online courses. I'm going to have several programs inside that particular program that's going to help you with your business and grow your business substantially. However, I'm pulling this piece out just for podcast listeners to download for free, and it's called Purpose to Profits Mapping Content. And it is literally a template where you can map your entire social media content for an entire month. You don't have to do it for the whole month. You can do it week by week basis, but the template's there for a month if you want to utilize it. And all you have to do is just drop in what you want into the template, and it's going to be so super easy. I created it just for you. So you can access this for free by going to my website, and I'm going to give you the link that you're going to need to use in order to download it. Because if you go to my website, you're not going to see it. You're going to have to know what this link is. Now, if you are driving and you can't write down this link, that's okay. You can access it later by going to the show notes. I'm going to have a direct link right there. If you're writing this down, it is sherryricard.com/purpose dash 2TO dash profits dash mapping dash content. That's a mouthful. Purpose to Profits Mapping Content. And like I said, you can go back to the show notes and there's just a quick link. You can click on it. It's going to take you straight to the template where you can put in your email, hit download, and then you'll be able to access the mapping content template for free. So I hope this helped you guys. I appreciate you joining me today. Listen, if you haven't gone back and subscribe today. You don't want to miss anything. I have amazing shows for 2019. Already planned out. I have an amazing guest. It's going to bring you so much information to help you create the life that you want and build the business that you desire. So make sure you subscribe. Scroll down, give me 5 stars, show the love, share this episode with your friends and family, and remember to keep your encouragement tank full. Until next time, and have a blessed day.